a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field to start this game off. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone, and that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Scanning the field, it's high. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy. He gets a hand on it. On first down, here comes this offense. Running back goes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the left side. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Davis will throw. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Buying some time. He'll get rid of it. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Use the play fake, now to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. But they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He fires a bullet to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a 1st down for Marshall.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the lone running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw for it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got it on the outside. It's Tanner. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll put the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll give it to the back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Herd! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, Louisiana, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Davis looking to pass. Gonna take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. And he's got it! Touchdown, Raging Cajuns!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Davis will throw. Quickly complete. Ripping through the defense. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Working that left side. Oh, just causing wreckage in the secondary. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Feeling some heat. Keeps looking downfield. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Let's it fly. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Raging Cajuns will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 14, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. From the gun. Give on the inside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And the junior was late on the release, and he threw it behind him.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Give to the running back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. And the Raging Cajuns want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's high. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads it left. He's got it. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Slings it downfield. Got it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Now it's 2nd and goal. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cajuns. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the back. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll ride the hot hand. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Davis looking to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. The defense was looking. Huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Makes the grab, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. All kinds of running room. The 20. Touchdown, Louisiana. They move on top here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Moving away from pressure. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They piece together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there.
Touchdown, Marshall! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they...
The offense coughs it up. Bounced right back to them.
Head coach wanted to be aggressive. You could have just kicked an extra point and tied it. Instead, you went for the lead. You come up short. Now, you put a lot of pressure on your defense to get the ball back.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Defensive coordinator, no time to worry about bust. You have to sell out to get the ball back. The give and tick, 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 tick. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. To the air. It's high. Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke 1 tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback checking off. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He needs to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to... Touchdown, Hurd! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Just couldn't nudge it across for the two-point conversion. They'd hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the fourth. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Looking to throw, it's high. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't ask for better field position from this offense. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch